Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of My Chaotic Budget. You are going to be in for a little bit of a doozy here because I have no idea what I'm going to do. So let's get started with this. I need to do my budget closeout for my husband's paycheck that happened on September 10th. I have yet to do it, and I figured, you know what? Let me bring you in for how I do this. So first and foremost, I need to look at income. I need to look and see how much money was brought in. So I do not highlight income. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that there. That's $1,557.85. I'm going to look and see if there was any other income. Yes, there was. My husband's bonus. So we've got that there. So far, we're looking at an income of $4,254.59. Let's double check if there's any other income. Okay, that's it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that number right here for our budget closeout. Income of $4,254.59. Now, I am going to also put here plus rollover, which of course was what we had left up here. That's $114.25, which equals $4,368.84. So that was the income that we had to work with. Damn, that's a lot of money. What the hell do we do with it? What happened? Okay, so now I'm going to look for cash withdrawals. And this is going to be money that I am taking out. So sinking funds and cash withdrawals. So what did I take out? And that's going to be anything that's in orange. So I have, you'll have to forgive me, I didn't have time to clear my desk. Okay, 125 up here. Let's see. We also did a high yield savings account transfer. We did a cash withdrawal of 500. Okay. We put another transfer in for Ally, $85, and that was it. So that came out to a total of $795 for cash sinking funds withdrawals. Okay, good. That's done. That's taken care of. So now let's move on to the next thing. Bills. What did we spend on bills? So that's anything that's highlighted in this light peach color. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go through. We're going to add everything up. And I try to do this so that way I can kind of see where our bills fall as far as like total. Oh, look at this. We paid off Target. Whoop, whoop. We paid that off and it was part of the plan. So that's awesome. There was a bill adjustment here. So I'm going to take away that $5.40. Okay, let's see. What other yellow do we have here? Okay, I paid extra to my MasterCard. Let's see, I paid extra to US Bank. Let me see here. YouTube. Okay, we had the YouTube. This is when we transferred into YouTube Premium. And then I paid another $100 to US Bank. And then that pesky Apple bill that I never remember. Okay, so our bills totaled out to $1,091.98. Okay, let's see if that was it. That's what we do. So we had our income, our rollover, our bills, and our sinking funds. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and subtract whatever this totals to. So here, this totaled out to $1,886.98. Okay, so let's go ahead and now and see what we got for groceries, dining out, gas, and spending. So we're going to go through and we're going to look for specific colors that correlate with each of those categories. So I use purple for groceries. And you can see when it comes to us being at work, it's very rare that we get groceries. It is, because it's just hard for us to find time to cook. And I do not know how to use a what are those things? The slow cooker. I don't know how to use it. As much as I'd love to learn, I don't have time to. And when I do have time, I don't want to learn. Okay, I don't remember what we budgeted, but I'm not going to care. Not today. Not today. So I'm just going to go ahead and go straight for what we did spend. So we spent $105.11 on groceries. So it's really small, but I can tell you we totally did it for dining out. So let's see what our dining out totals to. And a lot of this is going to be lunch. That's for myself or for my husband. And I highlight that in the color pink. It may come across as red. And so these is also family dinners when we come home from work, weekend breakfasts. Oh my God, it's a lot. It's a lot. I have a problem and I'm not afraid to admit it. But if I can handle it and if it falls within my budget, then I'm going to do it because it makes my life less stressful. Okay, let's see here. Oops, did that wrong. 18.92. Okay, 517, 3139. And like I said, it really is about just making my life less stressful. The less I have to worry about one or two things, I'm all the better for it because my job is stressful. Okay, so I have $503.46 that we spent in dining out, which this kind of falls within our typical $650 that we have planned for 2 weeks for food. And that could be groceries, that could be dining out. So that's actually really good because that's less than $650. Okay, gas I highlighted in blue. And I think I only had one purchase of gas. Let me see here, 3801. Nope, I had another one. So 3801 plus 21. Let's see, any other blue? No. Okay, so we spent $59.01 on gas. And spending, okay, this is where we went a little crazy, especially after my husband's bonus kicked in. But let's add it up and let's see what the numbers tell us because the numbers have a lot to say. And I highlight spending in green. That's how I highlight it so I can find it quickly. And it makes life so much easier. Okay. Dutch Brothers is one of my evil splendors. Okay. Like I said, my husband, he got his bonus, so we really we enjoyed ourselves. Okay, oh, let me do an adjustment here, $6.31. Okay, and let's keep going. See, what else do we have here? Purchase some stuff from Amazon. Purchase stuff from Michael's, which I love that store. I love it too much, and I need to stop going. Let's see, $15.70. Oh, and I had to buy medicine for my girls. I had to buy medicine for myself because 'tis the season to be getting sick. Ugh. Okay, we spent a total of $1,360.40. Whew, okay. Now, let's see what this totals out to. So we had 105.11 plus 503.46 plus 59.01. So I think these top three numbers, even though I know dining out is a big number, it falls into the food category. I want you to think, if you went grocery shopping, did you spend $500 in groceries? You know, I mean, even if you didn't, it's still a high cost. It's, you know, food is just expensive. But I think to me, with the way that we live and the way that the numbers fall, this is just how it works for us. And the gas fell into the right amount. Let me see here. Let me add this up again because I talk too much. 59.01, and then our spending. This was a high number, but it was a unique situation. So all in all, we spent a total of $2,027.98 on our GDGS. Okay, that seems like a lot, and I don't know what we had left. Let's see. Let's find out how much money we had left from over here. So for our income, we had 4368.84 minus the 1886.98. So we still had $2,481.86. Then we spent for our GDS, and the leftover was $2027.98 was $453.88. Okay, now from that $453.88, we moved $448 to a buffer, which is good. However, we may have to already touch it because we're getting our house painted and cleaned. Oh my gosh, that was unexpected, but hey, at least we had the money to get it done. Okay, so if we had that, we take away the 448, that leaves us with the 588. Boom! We had a proper closeout. Everything adds up, everything is correct. We're really good. We know what happened. I feel amazing. Now I need to catch up and start really writing down everything that we've spent so far for the most recent paycheck. So I'm going to be doing that, and hopefully we'll understand our numbers a lot better. All right, guys. Well, that's all that I've got for you all. Thank you for being here. Remember, tracking your expenses is super duper important to having a budget. Because what's the point of having a budget if you're not going to track where you're spending your money? It's so important that you understand where your money goes and how you spend it. I know where our weaknesses are, so I kind of budget for them, knowing full well that that's where we're going to go. However, as you all can tell, we still keep our responsibilities in place. We don't want to minimize the quality of our life just for debt. We already pay a lot in debt, and we're trying to do our best to bring our debt down, but we're not going to suffer and live on rice and beans. That's just not the way our family is. So with that being said, thank you for being here. Appreciate all the love and support, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.